Thank you. Yeah.
This is another true historical kind of song. Ed Trafton lived in Teton Valley, just down the road from my place, and he was a mailman. He delivered mail in Teton Valley back around the turn of the century. And it turns out when Ed was not delivering the mail, he was gathering up all his neighbors' horses and driving over Connaught Pass into Jackson Hole and selling them. And then he was gathering up all the loose horses over on Jackson's side and driving them back over Connaught Pass and selling them back to him. Well, he was doing time in Boise, which was the state pen at that time.
Now that's mischievous.
That was mischievous of Ed.
Of Ed.
And he came up with a plan to rob the stage up in Yellowstone. And back then they had what they called a grand tour, and there was a series of stagecoaches that would leave from Old Faithful Lodge and travel around. They had like 3 hotels, the Lake Hotel and several others in the park. And Ed decided to rob it, and which he did. He robbed it successfully 15 times in one day, which I believe is some kind of record. And he would have got away with it, except his wife caught him with another woman and turned him in. And here's the true story of Trafton. With a herd of stolen ponies, he set out on a road. Trailed him over Connaught Pass and on down to Jackson Hole. He's doing time in Boise when he came up with a plan. Gonna rob the stage in Yellowstone with a one-man outlaw band. Well, he's pushing 65 when he got out of the pen. Got a little honest job, it's good to be home again. Well, he told his darling Minnie, I got one more trick to play. We'll go live among the palm trees out in California. July of 1914, if I remember well, grand tour left Old Faithful bound for the Lake Hotel. The tourists chatted gaily as they looked out on the land. And Ed was waiting up the road with a pistol in his hand. When the first stage hit the clearing, he stepped out from a tree. Says, boys, this is a holdup, now listen close to me. As you step out of the coach, you'll see a blanket on the ground. Kindly leave your gold and silver there, throw them greenbacks down. Now all the ladies said how he was quite cavalier, as he took the husband's money and the trinkets they held dear. An old woman started crying just as scared as she could be. He said, Madam, keep your things, you must need 'em more than me. Had the drivers pull around to the far side of the park, and the tourist had a picnic and is getting on towards dark. 15 coaches riding the line, he robbed them all that day. Then he slipped back in the forest, he made his getaway. I took her down to Denver, wasn't all that far. Champagne and caviar, got a fancy touring car. They's living quite the high life, he'd lay his money down. And Minnie's right there with him till she caught him fooling round. She got madder than a rattlesnake. Next day she turned him in. Found his loot out in the barn. He's right back in the pen. And now listen, all you rounders, there's a moral to this song. If you're gonna be a robber man, don't do your good gal wrong. If you're gonna be a robber man, don't do your good gal wrong. Thank you. True story.